sense of community from listening to the radio station on the intercom. I knew Pueblo was going to be something different, and I'm so happy that I took the chance to step out of long-term subbing and come into teaching here at Pueblo.
Also, just make sure that when you bring it back, bring this, like, make it consistent.
My name is Sakis, and I am the... Hi, my name is Sakis, and I am the band director here at Pueblo High School. I teach the concert band, the marching band, the jazz band, AP music theory, and the choir. Support from the administration from when I started to now. We've been invited to more things. For example, the band this year has been invited to play Puerto Peñasco, which we had to reject, unfortunately. We were invited to the state marching band championships, and we qualified. We've been up to Phoenix. We've played for middle schools in the area.
I've been in band for 3 years now, and something from last year that I saw, that last year we weren't really together and we didn't have a good sound, and like this year our tone quality has improved so much.
Hello, my name is Ms. Corazon. I am the CMT Digital Photography course teacher, where you learn how to understand and control a digital SLR camera manually. You will be able to use the elements of composition and principles of design to organize your image, like lines, repetition, creating simple backgrounds. Learn to communicate and tell a story with your photographs. Depth of field to blur out your backgrounds. Freeze action in sports photography. You'll learn how to mount and mat your photos to have them professionally displayed. We also give you the opportunity to test your skills. Once a year, you are invited to work with professionals in the Tucson area. They share their tips and experience, and they give you time to practice what you learn. We have our own photography studio where you can take photographs of just about anything. You'll learn about basic equipment to learning how to use radio slaves for wireless photography. You also get to compete at a local and state level with the opportunity to qualify for a national competition.
What I liked most about the competition was the assignment of taking pictures of reflection upon reflection. I like this because you could be creative and show the judges your own style of photo taking and just have fun with it. This competition showed me what trying to get a job in the real world would feel like. For example, We sat with a professional who discussed the strengths and weaknesses of our 3 print portfolios. Overall, this was a great experience.
What I liked about the competition was working on Photoshop. It gave us a chance to really think about what tool to use and how to use it. It was nice to be able to show hands-on what we knew. Whether we did fantastic or horrible, it was a great experience.
Your senior year, you have the opportunity to set up an internship and work with 1 or 2 Tucson photographers who are kind enough to give you to learn and work with them in the field of photography. Thank you, and I hope you would consider taking CNT digital photography.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Yoder and I teach AP Psychology and AP Statistics. Psychology is one of the fastest growing college majors, and AP Psychology is a class that covers the basic Psych 101 at Pima, U of A, NAU, or any other college throughout the country. If you've ever wondered why people do things or how brains work, then AP Psychology is right for you. Psychology is the study of human behavior, thoughts, and feelings, both individually and as groups of people.
I was a review of these when I joined psychology because I thought it would be fun, and you learn about personality and how the brain works, and I would suggest it to any oncoming new people that want to learn about cool stuff.
But if you're not interested in AP Psychology, AP Statistics is always looking for new people. AP Statistics is a 4th-year math class, and statistics is one of the most useful and universal math classes you can take. More college majors require statistics than they do calculus outside of engineering. With statistics, you can understand the world around us and make better predictions.
Hey guys, I'm Phil Cash, and I'm going to tell you why I don't AP Statistics. AP Statistics is honestly a really great for math class. There's a lot of partners, you work with a lot of partners, and also it's going to be in college, so you want to know like mental vision of what you're doing in college. And I just really wanted to challenge myself in math, so I took math like very hard in math class, and I did it. And I honestly would recommend that you do take it, so you have some kind of mental knowledge that you're going to do in college. Yeah, that's why I joined AP Statistics.
Best of all, if you pass the AP exam at the end of the year, you can get college credit for the class you've just taken. For more information, come see me, Ms. Yoder, in room 104.
Class includes a lot of abstract stuff that you would learn, not in like a normal class, but to say the class is really worth it for college and for college life.
College leveled and it's really difficult.
If you want college credit, bonus is you get free books. And I love to read, so
You get to read many different kinds of books.
It includes a lot of like African culture and feminist culture.
What era, if you're in history 3,
Teamwork, you have a lot of opportunities to perfect things. It helps people think more critically.
because you continue to build up the skills you learn in AP English language.
You get knowledge and how to write an essay that expands your knowledge on English literature.
And my advice to future students would be to stay on top of the reading, stay on top of the literature that you're assigned so you don't fall behind.
In folklorical class, we learn how to express our culture through dance. We learn the stories that go with the songs we dance. We learn how to dance different states and regions of Mexico. Each state of Mexico has its own specific dance that represents. Folklore for los Guerreros gets invited all around Tucson for different events, such as the Festival of Books at the University of Arizona. Some of the events we have been invited for is the halftime of football and basketball games throughout Pueblo. We also perform at the Fiesta de los Guerreros. We participate in different events like
is Livio, and I teach contemporary math. Contemporary math is part of the Sweet 16 program, and it is acceptable by every university in the United States. So when you think 4th level math, think contemporary math.
I take contemporary math and I got into UCLA.
I got into Harvard and I took contemporary math.
I got into New Mexico State University and I took contemporary math.
I got into U of A for math.
My encouragement for all our students out there is be significant. And one way that you can do that is join clubs and also athletics. Boys volleyball will be meeting some athletes for this season. Make an impact here at Pueblo. Join boys volleyball.
Hi, my name is Vara Diaz Medina, and I'm one of the Cerebral AP students for AP English and Composition. One reason for joining this class is it's a good way to move up, but also it's a good way to prepare yourself.
I'm Maria Ibanez and I'm in Cerebral's AP English class. Although her class is really difficult, I think everyone should try to take it because it pushes you to try to do better for yourself. Because if you want to go to college, then it helps you get ready for it and help you want to better yourself so you can better educate yourself. My advice is to take it seriously and try to do the work and not procrastinate even though you are gonna, but still try not to.
My name's Damon. And I'm Thomas. And we're in Mr. Lowell's AP class. A funny story with that we have is one time we were really bored. We had nothing else to do. Really bored. And so someone said that she does swim. And said, she does swim. And what happened was she made us all do exercise of swim. Yeah, so we were just like strokes like this. We were just stroking like that. That's what happened. That's all that happened.
Ms. Ramon, she couldn't figure out how to screenshot or change her lock screen, so we literally spent the whole class teaching her how to do that. But she had a whole wallpaper, and she's like, I can't do this, and we're like, bitch, figure it out. Okay.
Yes. She's super sarcastic. You had to not take it offensive because she doesn't really mean it. Laugh. Laugh is the other thing. If she laughs, you'll laugh. I promise.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mr. Adams. I'm here to talk to you about AP Computer Science. AP Computer Science is a programming class in Java. It is the only programming class offered here at Pueblo High School. If you're interested in game design or just enjoy solving problems, if you want to have an interest in building web pages, the applications of computer science are far-reaching. Everything to do with making applications on computers, phones, things you never even would think about, like traffic lights, require programming. It is an AP class, but it is not for a specific grade level. Currently, I have freshmen through seniors enrolled in the class.
Good evening and welcome to Pueblo. Before we get started, do we all want to just come up to the front because it's a light group? We had an expo earlier today, so a lot of the kids know about our site. Parents were there as well. Thank you for coming up to the front. All right, so yes, my name is Frank. I am a first-year principal at Pueblo. When they asked me to take this job, I was like, I don't know if I want this job, but it's absolutely been the best job of my life. I feel a lot like I'm absolutely blessed to serve this school here. I'm also excited because you're here. I'm even more excited that it is a small group, and that way we get to answer any questions that you may have. I know that we spoke to a lot of the principals in the surrounding area. We made personal phone calls to, I believe it was like 16 students at Pister, trying to attract the very best that our feeders had to offer. So if you're here as a result of that phone call, I'm very happy about that. Well, so when I took this job, I had to ask myself, what do I want out of Pueblo? I had the choice to kind of just maintain the status quo, keep with what we're doing, but I had to stay true to myself. And what I wanted to do here is I wanted to create more of a college atmosphere, kind of like pile on what we're already doing. I'm excited to announce that we've been approved to offer English credit for college credit if you're a senior, and we're also going to do that for economics as well. That's going to be on top of an award-winning biomedical program that we have here. We have over 60 students who earned U of A credit last year. These 60 kids are headed toward being doctors. Okay, imagine that, 60 doctors out of our Pueblo High School. We offer an AP program here that is competitive with any school in the city. Any class that UHS offers, that Choya offers, we offer as well. And we take great pride in that. My goal, by the time your child is a senior, is I want every senior class, from your economics to your government, to your English, to your math, and to your science, every class to be a college-bearing class. There's no reason why we can't see that growth in 4 years at Pueblo. I believe we have the kids, I know we have the staff, and it's up to us to make it happen. So you are going to see that change here at Pueblo starting as early as semester 2. I was supposed to follow PowerPoint, but I kind of just like to do my own. I thought mine was fun. So.
Disculpe, un momentito. Si ustedes ocupan alguien que traduzca lo que vamos a estar diciendo en la presentación, aquí tenemos uno de nuestros representantes del Distrito Unificado de Tucson, que es un traductor, y él tiene el equipo necesario para que se lo puedan poner como audífono en los oídos para que escuchen lo que estamos diciendo en inglés, lo van a poder escuchar en español, les va a traducir todo. Si gustan, pueden pasar aquí y pueden estar servidos de esa manera. Gracias.
I was going to try that, but I don't know, I'm still in the learning phase, but I understand a lot. Well, the only thing I understand is when my mom was trying to scold me, so. ¡Me lava los trastes! Right, so I understand that, you guys can say that. Okay, so again, I'm happy that you're here, because it shows that you're serious about school. And that's something that I wanted to do here is I wanted us to get a little bit more serious about school at Pueblo, okay? I also had this other plan, but we're light on kids, where we were gonna yell and scream, so we won't do that part. So I'll just go into interviewing my staff. We have Mr. David Montaño. He's an assistant principal. We have who I call my right-hand man. She's the best. Her name is Catherine Gomez. Very, very, very bright. We have Mr. Steve Lopez, who oversees athletics and security. We haven't had a fight in like 2 months on our campus, so he's been doing a great job. We have a new doctor in the house, Dr. Teresa Toro. She just graduated. Don't ask her to do any surgery or anything like that. She's not that kind of doctor. She's an academic doctor. All right. We have Miss Marion Finley from Florida. She's in charge of Florida freshmen and sophomores. Same. Wow, I don't get where you came back. Mr. Chip Phillips. He came to us from New Mexico this year, and he's our junior founder. Very efficient. We have our career counselor, Alejandro Menchaca. Pueblo, I think, was third in TUSD in seniors earning scholarships to college. That man there is largely responsible for finding student scholarship. He's a workhorse. And last, we have Coach Brandon Sanders, who's also the athletic director and football coach. He's a former NFL player. And with that, I'll turn it over to Dr. Toro.
Now to present the following information regarding the departments that we offer here at Pueblo. We have Ms. Gunnels, and she's going to introduce a video that her husband has helped make to promote our school and what great opportunities we have to offer.
Thank you. So my name is Catherine Gunnels. I just want to kind of tell you a little bit about myself and kind of why I believe so much in Pueblo. I graduated from the U of A and did my student teaching here and fell in love. And I have been here for about the last 18 years. During that time, both of my sons graduated from Pueblo. As Ms. Toro, Dr. Toro, sorry, I'm still going to use that, mentioned, my husband also works here as well. He teaches film and TV, and I'm very proud to say that both of my sons, who are alumni, now work here as well. So it is very much family. I believe in this community, and that's why I'm here. So if you arrived a little bit early, you were seeing some videos. Those videos are produced by one of our classes that we offer here. It's our film and TV, which Mr. Gunnels teaches. And what they've been working on is putting together videos to advertise all the different courses and electives and classes that we offer on campus. And these are all student-produced videos. He has 3 different levels, beginning, intermediate, and advanced. And they took on clients who were their teachers, and they're producing short recruitment videos. And so you saw a little bit of those. We're going to go ahead and play just a little bit more right now so you can kind of get a little bit more taste. This is just a small little piece of what we offer, okay? But they've been doing a great job, so I want to kind of showcase some of the stuff that they've been doing. Take it away. AP Computer Science is one of our new classes that we just started offering this year with Mr. Adams, and that was the last video that played. I can't remember what's the next one. Is it biotech? Oh, I can see it kind of in the background. All right. So we're going to hear a little bit about biotech with famous Dr. Lettuce over there.
Help you earn college credit. This class will have you working hands-on to help you learn faster. Now let's see what both the beginning and advanced classes are working on today.
So, tell me what you learned today in biotech.
Well, today in biotech, we're learning about how DNA gets turned into proteins. We're learning about like DNA to RNA to proteins by transcription, translation, all that fun stuff.
Can you define one of the words you said?
Translation is the synthesis of RNA under the direction of DNA.
So what we're doing today is we're prepping for the PCR that we're going to do later on this week. So what we're going to do is we're going to amplify a certain section of this mosquito's genome. So what we did is we captured a bunch of mosquitoes, and we chose to do this work with the male mosquitoes because only the female mosquitoes feed on human blood and will not have any contamination. So what we're going to do is we're going to sequence this mosquito's DNA, and after we use the PCR, we're testing for the CL1 gene.
My name is Anthony. I'm a sophomore at Pueblo High School. I discovered this class about my biology teacher, Ms. Rising. She recommended this class to me because I'm good in biology.
Hi, so my name is Yasmina Masan, and I'm a senior. I discovered this class from my biology teacher, Mr. Richards. He knew that I wanted to go to medicine, he knew that I wanted to go to research, so he recommended me to this fantastic program.
This class is very extravagant because it's new things every day.
I really enjoyed this class and has really helped me open up my vision of what research is like, and research is definitely going to be a big part of my future when I go to college and when I'm doing my doctorate degree, so it's very helpful.
I would recommend this, highly recommend this, because it's undoubtedly the funnest class of sophomore year.
Here's AP World History.
What is the best part of AP World?
The competition, just with your friends and everyone's striving to get a higher grade than everyone else, and always comparing test scores and essay scores and everything.
So in AP World History, you learn a lot about how to write and explain yourself and analyzing text, and you also learn how to time manage well.
To flourish in AP World History, you must have some time management skills and also be able to be on top of everything, and that is the only way that you can succeed.
What are some of the benefits of the class?
Definitely time management. Like, I used to procrastinate a lot, but you have to be on top of everything all the time. They give you huge workloads, so you have to be able to manage what you're doing, whether they're playing sports or in clubs, and then also doing your homework at the same time.
Hi, I'm Mr. Parker. Our dual enrollment class is great because it's 9 free credits to go to PEMA or any other college you wish to attend. That along with AP courses will definitely, possibly get you a full year of college for free, 1 semester of college for free.
Hi, my name is Mr. Simosa, and I teach dual enrollment graphic and web design. One of the reasons why I like to offer the class is because it allows students to get ahead academically and save money.
Andrew Lettuce, and I am a biotech teacher here at Pueblo High School, and I'm here today to talk to you about dual enrollment. Most students, when they take a class at Pueblo, High School credit. But in biotech, not only can you get high school credit, but also you can get credit from the University of Arizona in the Department of Molecular and Cellular Biology.
All right, so that's just a little tiny taste. As you saw, we have classes from biotechnology where you can get credit at the U of A. We've got automotive technology. You can get credit at Pima Community College. We have AP classes. We have everything for everyone. Please come and join our family because it really, truly is family. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on back over. And thank you very much for coming this evening.
And now next is Mr. Montaño and Miss Wilson.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Again, I'm Mr. Montaño, and I work with the counseling department. I also work with student services in my area for our students. As we come and we look at our courses that we're offering for all of our students, and I appreciate our principal for allowing us to expand our program for your child as well. First of all, we offer 18 advanced placement courses for our kids, and these are where they're taking AP or college-ready courses. As they pass in the class, they may take a test, and based on their achievement scores, also receive college credit depending on what universities or colleges they go to. When they build up, the one thing we have for our freshmen and sophomores are GATE and honors classes. We know that children learn differently and achieve at different levels, and we want to provide that rigor and relevance to them as they develop their courses. And this is for all our kids, because we believe that without offering this curriculum to our students in our community, we don't know how they will get there. And that's due to the leadership from our principal looking for excellence in education. As we move on and we look at the community colleges, the dual enrollment courses, as we have been in the past, but now we're refining them. We also are offering university credits and our dual enrollment, as you saw in the video. So again, we're looking at a college career going culture. One of the big things that we celebrate, and as Ms. Bohork is out there, Ms. Bohork give a big wave, AVID. We're not here just about presenting all these rigorous programs, but AVID is a wonderful program to support your child in their learning. It's where they participate, how they gather, what lessons do they learn, so that we allow them to expand themselves, because we don't want to give up on your child, and she doesn't either. Thank you so much for what you do for underclassmen and building our programs. Thank you so much. We move on, and we're looking at the only high school in Tucson with the radio and television, and I'm able to tell from radio. Come on over. Talk to us a little bit about the radio program.
Hi, I'm Sarah Wilson. I teach the broadcast journalism class here. Pueblo is unique because we have the only high school radio station in Tucson. We have one of like 150 in the country, so it's a pretty unique program. We actually have our own FM radio station, 98.7. You can listen to it on your way home today. And the kids learn not only how to DJ and how to run the station, but they also learn a pretty rigorous curriculum that teaches them how to do journalism. So they're constantly reading news and modifying and rewriting the news for broadcast, and doing interviews and doing audio production where they get to produce interviews and they get to mix music and edit music, and it gives them a lot of experience that they're going to use later on in life. And Mr. Montaño skipped something. The GATE, right? GATE and honor. So we also have GATE programs, the gifted and talented programs that are available for incoming freshmen. If you're already in that program, or if you're interested in being in that program, we do offer that for English and Western Civ and honors courses. Do you want to say something about that? Thanks.
We also have, yes, un aplauso. We also have 56 students in National Honor Society, which is a society that is recognized throughout the country. We have 56 current members. And we also have, this is our 6th year of having the Pueblo Ivy League Club, and we have a partnership with the Southern Arizona Ivy League Project. And this year we have 10 students in the Pueblo Ivy League Club, And they are fundraising to go on an East Coast Ivy League college road trip that is it's about a week long, and they get to visit the best universities in the world, and your students are totally capable and are currently at these schools. For example, some former Pueblo Ivy League Club members who are now in elite schools on the East Coast. Ashley Parra from class of 2015, she's at Wellesley College, she's graduating from there this year. And the AP courses and the rigorous courses that we offer at Pueblo helped prepare her to be successful in a college like this. Daniel Motley, class of 2016, he is a junior at Brown University, and that is an Ivy League school. And we have Lisbeth Oquita, class of 2018, she just graduated, and she is a current freshman at Smith College, which is another elite East Coast school. So un aplauso for them. And we have a number of Pueblo students from previous year club membership that are in the process of already applying to Ivy League schools, and we should find out very soon if they get admitted. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Bignell.
Buenas noches. My name is Dr. Maria Bignell, and I'm the coordinator and department chair for Career and Technical Education. We've been around a long time. Career and Tech at CTE was vocational education, is what you might know it as. We have programs such as automotive, we have film and TV, bioscience is one of our programs, auto, healthcare professions, healthcare foundations, graphic design, early childhood education, and photography. Okay, so then, in each of those programs, we offer certifications. The certifications are automotive ASE, photography, we provide Adobe Photoshop, web design, Adobe Photoshop again, marketing, we do Microsoft, specialists in Microsoft Word, early childhood education, let's see, film and TV, Adobe Photoshop as well. Early childhood education is Parapro. So your child has a lot to gain from being in a CTE program, and we really hope to have you. Okay? Thank you.
And next, Ms. Finley. So, as I mentioned before, we have partnerships with a number of organizations that enrich your child's experience at Pueblo High School. So, like I had mentioned previously, we have a partnership with the Southern Arizona Ivy League Project. This is our 6th year with the project. We also have a partnership with the STEP Expedition and Leadership Program. If a student is accepted into this program, they have the opportunity to go on a literal wilderness expedition in the Alaskan wild. And they learn about leadership in the wild, canoeing, kayaking, camping. It's an unforgettable experience for the students that get to be in this program and who go on this leadership expedition. And now, Ms. Finley.
Hi, thank you. I'm the freshman and sophomore counselor, and one of the programs that we're currently underway with right now for our sophomore is the HOBie Leadership. HOBie stands for the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership. It's a national program. We had many nominated. We're down to 4 right now, and they are in the midst of writing an essay. And whoever will be selected will be sent to ASU this summer for a 5-day youth leadership workshop. And that is, like I said, a national program. We also have a partnership with JTED. JTED is a county program, and I was lucky enough to go on a bus tour and saw many of their programs, including the home health care, which we also offer here as CTE. And then I saw great programs like the EMT, the aviation technology is one that really stood out to me because they said in 2 years you can get certified with them. And if you pass the national certification test, they have 100% placement where the students walk out of high school making minimum $75,000 a year. And that is a free program. Everything that JTED offers is free. So that's just a smattering of all the different programs that they have that are all free. If you go to their website, pimajted.org, you'll see 25 or more programs that are available. And like I said, we have the home health care program here, which is a CTE, and that is Ms. Skeeth. She's going to come up and talk about her program for a minute. JTED also offers that program, but at other sites. We have it right here at Pueblo as a CTE program. The JTED programs are not. The home health care is. The other programs are offered at different sites throughout Pima County. And if you go to the Pima JTED website, you can see tons of information there. That's a Pima County school district.
There's also a representative right outside. So after here, you're welcome to go speak with her as well about the program.
Yes, we have a JTED table outside that you can get more information from. Our contact between Pueblo and JTED is Mr. Menchaca. If you can stand up one more time. He is our point of contact. He's our college and career coordinator. And without further ado, I want to introduce you to Ms. Eve, who is our CTE home health care instructor and two of our awesome students.
Healthcare Foundations here at Pueblo. It is a brand new program that we're offering this year. It is the only one in TUSD, and we are lucky enough to have it here at Pueblo. And it is a 2-year program, and at the end of the 2 years, there are many certifications that the students will achieve, including CPR and first aid for both infant and adult, and home health care aid. And I could tell you all about the program, but I think my students would do a much better job. So let's hear what they have to say. This is Paulette and Justin.
Again, my name's Paulette. I'm a junior here at Pueblo. And this is my first year in Healthcare Foundations. And personally, I always wanted to be a neurosurgeon. So when I heard about this program, I thought it would be perfect for me. It would just give me the basics of what I need to know. And I remember our first assignment in that class was actually really fun. She made us memorize all the bones in the body. And as a group, she made us construct the skeleton. And we were chosen one person as a supervisor. And I really liked it because I thought it does give you like a general idea of how a work area should be and how those leadership skills will work into that. And so far right now, we're learning about disabilities and how to deal with those, how to help people with those disabilities in their homes and what to do in certain situations. So I'm passing on to Justin now, and thank you for your time.
I'm Justin, and this program was actually once I heard about it, I wanted to go into it immediately because I always wanted to be a surgeon, and I always wanted to work with patients, and I wanted just to help, just help people. And I was so happy when I first got in. I was learning so quickly how to care for patients and how to make their bed and how to properly talk to them, how to communicate with them. And honestly, I wouldn't have asked for a better teacher to help me with that.
Thank you. So basically, when they finish this 2-year program, they get certified by the state. And literally, when they graduate from Pueblo with their certification, they could already work in home health care and start working, literally. And it's definitely a job in demand. If some of your children are ready to help you take care of a grandparent or a parent in the home, or even a sibling in the home that needs home health care, if you have your child learn through this program, they can get paid to do what they already do, which is amazing. And next up, we have our wonderful college and career coordinator, Mr. Alejandro Menchaca.
Thank you. Buenas noches. Thank you for being here, everyone. So I'm the person who helps coordinate a lot of the college and career, or especially the college aspect of things that happen here. So that when the recruiters come onto campus, Jacob, who's right outside from the U of A, we try to bring him here on a monthly basis to talk with our students. I work closely with the AVID classes, to the senior class, to have them make sure that they listen to all of the recruiters and all of the opportunities that are available, as well as all of the students that do sign up for these opportunities that come around. The JTED program is also here today during lunchtime and try to just bring in a range of different opportunities for the students and support them with their FAFSA applications and things like that. So, Pueblo has a history of excellence, and that is shown by the scholarships that students have received. We have students who have received some really, really strong scholarships. In 2015, Pueblo has the history of, actually, I feel like I want to focus on these here first. So, students have gained the Gates Millennium Scholarships, Dell Scholarships, Doran Scholarships, of course, some of the FAFSA Pell Grants, and there are 5 scholarships that are specifically for Pueblo's seniors. So there's some really heavy hitters who have come out of here and gotten some really great scholarships. So we hope that your students will also follow that legacy and continue to earn those scholarships. There is some information on the amount that is reported in terms of how much money students are eligible to obtain throughout their college years from over the course of 4 years. It's calculated based on the amount of money that students report that they receive from Pell Grants and things like that. And so the class of 2015 came in first with over 10 million, class of 2018 second with over 6 million, and 2017 with third with over 5 million. We also have 2 really great TRIO programs that I highly encourage you and your students to look into when they are here, or if they're here now, to be a part of them if they're not already, which are the Educational Talent Search and Upward Bound. They assist first-generation low-income students to really support them through their high school to make sure that they're on track to get into colleges and universities of their and that they maintain their grades, and that they do all of the applications and the FAFSA and everything, and they just provide a lot of extra support for them. So really, really great programs, and we really encourage you all to look into those as well. Thank you.
And now, Mr. Lopez and Coach Sanders.
Good evening, and thank you for coming out. We are happy that you're here. Along with all the wonderful academic programs that we've been talking about, we also have athletic opportunities for your kids to be involved. And there are several other things on top of the athletic programs that we do have that help keep your son or daughter involved in the sport by keeping them academically eligible. In fact, we have programs after school that Mr. Sanders, our athletic director, myself, and our CCLC coordinator, along with our dean, have just been working on here recently to ensure that our kids are coming to school after school for tutoring, to make sure they are learning how to advocate for themselves, learning how to go talk to their teachers to make up work that they need to do and keep themselves eligible year-round and staying on top of their schoolwork. So we're happy about doing things like that. We're also happy at the fact that we have opportunities for both boys and girls. In fact, this year, in the sport of wrestling, this is Arizona's first year that we have girls wrestling. So this year in February, there's actually going to be a girls' state wrestling tournament. So we're excited because our team has actually 5 or 6 girls that are competing, and they're doing a pretty good job. So with that, I'd like to thank you for coming out. I'd like to pass the microphone to our athletic director, Mr. Brandon Sanders, who's also our football coach as well.
Good evening. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming. There's a couple of things I want to go over. I can't go into our sports, and that's what I am here for. But there's some things that I'm really excited about with our sports programs. Number one, we had the first time ever, thanks to Mr. Majaka, we had a college day for our athletes, where we actually explained to them what they will need in order to get to college to be a Division I, Division II, NAIA, or even a junior college athlete. It starts with a lot of your students coming in as 8th graders, along with what we're trying to do with the current students we have now. This has been a learning experience as far as GPA, ACT, SAT scores for us as a school, for me, myself, in order to get with our NCAA Eligibility Center. I think our principal, Mr. Rostenhauser, has put some things together in place to help identify our athletes, identify what they need in order to get, identify what they need with our with the sliding scale of the NCAA to move your children further on in life. That's bigger to me actually than our sports. I think our sports programs are doing a fantastic job. When I got here 5 years ago, we were just probably happy to have a winning season. Currently, you know, now we're upset if it's only a winning season and we didn't go to the playoffs and things of that nature. When I look at us, when you talk about our fall sports, you know, football, we haven't had a losing season in 5 years. We've had 2 playoff berths. Volleyball, girls volleyball has had 2 playoff berths. Cross country had a top 20 performer this year. You look at our winter sports, girls basketball was a state runner-up. They've been to the playoffs 5 years, or excuse me, 4 years. This will be 5 if they can make it. Boys basketball has been to playoff appearances twice. Boys soccer has a state championship under their belt. And girls soccer has made 2 playoff appearances. And in spring, our softball team has won a state title, and our baseball team has won a section and been to the state playoffs as well. Athletically, we are in a different atmosphere than we were 4 or 5 years ago. Right now, we're trying to, one, move all of our students on to college, not just academically, but also athletically. And that's huge here as we continue to move forward, as we learn as a school and as our students learn. And we're doing it together. I know some of our seniors and juniors, they're just now starting to get into it. But as freshmen come in, we're better set. We're better set with our counseling. We're better set academically, and we're better set athletically as far as what we're trying to do. So this is a great time to be part of what Pueblo Athletics is about. It's exciting for me because I can see all of our young men and women grow, and to see them move forward as we continue to build our programs. All of our programs, a lot of them have clubs attached to them. They're working year-round, which hadn't happened before. I mean, we're just in a much better and different place. We're in a place of growth, and we're in a place of winning, and that's the biggest thing here at Pueblo. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, Coach. And another thing, too, for those of you students who are not, let's say, athletically inclined, we also have more than 38 active clubs on our campus, and if we don't have a club that you would like to have at Pueblo, if you find an adult sponsor, you can start your own club as well. Okay? And without further ado, Mr. Phillips.
I'm Mr. Phillips of the Counseling Department, and I'd like to introduce Mr. Vargas with the guitar group and Mr. Hill with piano students.
Hernandez.
I'm Vanessa.
And we'll be playing 1 Month by Dead Poet Society.
I didn't plan on speaking, but just real quick, my name is Amar Siva, and this piece is called Requiem for a Dream.
almost done with our presentation, and then we have one other awesome student performance before you break out to the tables outside and to do the tour. If you're interested in a tour of the school and some of the classrooms that have programs available for your students, we're going to wrap it up shortly here, and we'll continue on. Almost done. So, the next thing that we're going to be offering at Pueblo next school year is our Pueblo College Prep Academy. And the perks and whistles of the Pueblo College Prep Academy is that it is a 4-year plan. And Pima Community College and University dual enrollment offerings will be required of these students. Within the 4-year plan, they're also going to be taking advanced placement offerings during those 4 years. If these students have a 3.75 GPA or above, they will automatically be accepted into the Southern Arizona Ivy League Project and Pueblo Ivy League Club, and the benefits that come along with being members of that program. And there's only 20 spots available per grade level. The requirements are that class of 2023, which is next year's incoming freshmen, must test into the program using the same test that is required to test into UHS. Class of 2020, 2021, and 2022 must also apply and interview and meet the academic course qualifications indicated in the Pueblo College Prep Academy 4-year plan. There's also going to be a requirement of a student and parent contract, and they also must complete at least 2 dual enrollment college courses with a C or better by the end of senior year. They have to complete a Sweet 16 Arizona University requirements by the end of their senior year. Starting their sophomore year, the students are going to have a volunteer component that they will have to follow through with, starting sophomore and junior year. And then senior year, they will need to present a capstone or white part project to faculty. And senior year. Supports available to these students is that there will be 0-hour optional study hall. For the freshmen, there will be a required study hall that includes having warrior-to-warrior peer mentorship and tutoring during that class throughout the year. And there will be a counselor and an administrator assigned to this academy. So the counselor assigned to this academy will also provide support groups at least monthly to these students with stress management, anxiety management, and things like that, so that they don't get pulled out of their other advanced classes throughout the year. TRIO programs will also be working with them, Educational Talent Search and Upward Bound for first-generation low-income students wanting to go to college. This is the 4-year plan. I'm not going to go through it completely, but I will say, for example, for the freshmen, they will be required to take the GATE English 9 and Western Civ and Honors Math class. They'll take AP Environmental Science along with AP Human Geography. They will take that study hall support class with their warrior-to-warrior mentorship and tutoring. And then another elective, it could be another elective like PE, AVID, Fine Art, Spanish class, what have you. And then on with sophomore, junior, and senior year, you'll see the progression and all the opportunities they have to take Dr. Lettuce's biotechnology courses, for University of Arizona credit, taking the Spanish classes, potentially for a minor degree that is acknowledged by the University of Arizona, and Pima dual enrollment classes. All right, and without further ado, also, before you leave onto the tours, if there's anybody who is interested in getting more information about the College Prep Academy, you want to be contacted. Let's say you took the test and you passed the test to get into UHS, but you may consider also coming to this and looking into it. We also have personalized tours with Mr. Mario Matanza, and if you got this brochure at the door, it has our contact information so that you can make a personalized tour, and you can also sign here on one of these pages if you want to get contacted afterwards as well. And again, like I said, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Mariachi Aslan and our wonderful folklorico group. to say that. Also, upcoming events that will be taking place is the Science Night, which is going to be Friday, December 7th. Our next Parent Cafecito that will be hosted by AVID, our AVID department, will be Wednesday, December 12th at 8 a.m. And the Mr. Pueblo Warrior Pageant, which is a fundraiser for senior scholarship and for our Ivy Leaguers to go on their trip, is going to be on Friday, February 8th. Also a very exciting fundraising event. And so, because we went a little bit over, we're going to have to forego the tour opportunity, but there are tables to browse. And like I said, in this flyer, well, the pamphlet, there is information about Mr. Mario Matanza where you can schedule with him a personalized tour of the school. So you can also get that information from the flyer. Thank you very much, and closing from Mr. Rosenhauser, our principal.
So as staff, we would often hear that Pueblo is Tucson's best kept secret. Some of the stuff that we have designed and are continuing to develop here, I'm tired of being a secret. I want Tucson to know what it is we are capable of. We knew that we had all these classes, but how could we brand ourselves? As you see, we really value fine arts. As you see, we really value our AP classes. It's time that we start letting the public know what it is we truly do. And we hope it's enough to encourage you to enroll your child here. I highly encourage you to schedule a private meeting. That way you also go and see what it is we're doing in the classroom. I would love for you guys to see what's going on in science. I would put our social studies group up with any group in the city. What we do in the classroom is pretty deep, and I think you will be surprised at some of the work being done here. So with that, I really do appreciate you showing up tonight, and I hope to see all of you kids next year. Thank you.